Okay, so let's say it's a tab bar based controller. We have three screens, one, two, three. Okay, three are independent screens. There is no relations. All are embedded in the tab bar controller, embedded in that. That means tab bar controller having a container view which can be inserted any number of views. That is a behavior of tab bar. Just as an example. Then come to the one more case, whereas a single view application, like this is going to call as a VC1, okay? And this is going to call as a VC2. VC2. Okay. So there is a state relation like VC1 is trying to present VC2 and VC2 want to pass some data back. So in the second case, this is going to call one-to-one relation, right? One-to-one relation. This is going to call as a one-to-one relation. So VC1 is presenting VC2 and VC2 can pass the data back to VC1 by using which pattern? Delegate. Delegate pattern. Understand this concept? So there is one controller called VC1. VC1 is presenting VC2. If VC2 want to pass the data back to VC1, we can use a delegation pattern. So this delegation pattern is called one-to-one relation. So in backward direction from one view controller to another view controller, if you want to pass the data, then you can use a delegation design pattern which can pass the data. So VC1 can be passed to VC2 data based on the property. So if you have a property called X, here what you can do, VC2 dot X equal to something you can pass. VC2 dot X equals to some value you can pass. But VC2 to if you want to pass, then self dot delegate dot some method. So this is one-to-one relation. Okay, this is one kind of communication in the iOS. Now come to the case number one. We have three internal tabs. I mean, one tab bar containing one or two. There is no relation between VC1 and VC2. Let's say this is VC1 here. This is 2. This is 3. In the first case. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here I am doing something. On which screen I am doing something? On which screen I am doing something?
Third screen.
Third screen. Now, there is any relation between second and I mean 1, 2, 3? In between these all screens, there is any relation?
No, sir.
No, there is no relation. So 1, 2, 3 are independent. Those are inside the container, but in between these three objects, there is no relation. And I am doing something in the third screen, and I want to pass the message to screen 1, screen 2. Is it possible?
No, sir.
So delegation slightly different from this one. In delegation, what's happening? One-to-one, one view controller having a relation with another view controller, like one VC is presenting VC2 and VC2 having a callback mechanism which is set to VC1, that is going to call as a delegation. That is going to call one-to-one relation. So by using one-to-one relation, forward direction, if you want to pass the data, you can use the method initializer or the property of that class. Backward direction, if you want to pass the data, then you can use delegation. But in the above scenario, my entire requirement is different. So I have a multiple controllers and there is no relation between the controllers, and one controller is doing something and it want to broadcast message to my app. Okay, so this particular controller want to broadcast some message to the app. Okay, so if I want to broadcast the message and I want to do something here, I want to do something here. So from screen 3, I will inform to entire app actually. From screen 3, I'm going to inform to entire app. Any one of the screen can be observed that one. So this is going to call one-to-many relation. one-to-many relation. So in one-to-many relation, what is going to happen? One screen is going to broadcast something, and any other screen or in your app, any other places, it can observe that particular message and it can react on particular message. So this is going to call as notification center behavior. Notification center. So through this notification center, we can broadcast a message, and that message can be observed by any controller. That is going to call one-to-many relation. Okay, so notification center is a observer design pattern which allows to broadcast a message. That message can be implemented in any classes or many classes. That is going to call one-to-many relation. So if the people is ask you that how the data can be communicated in iOS, means data can be communicated in three ways. So from one screen to another screen, if the data want to pass, I can use a property of the destination class, or I can use the method of the destination classes in order to pass in forward direction. In order to get in backward direction, I can use the delegation design pattern, which can send the data by using callback methods. So if I want to pass the data between the controllers, which doesn't have any relation, then have to go with the notification center. In notification center, we are going to broadcast the message in the app, and my app, any screen, any controller can observe that particular broadcasting message and it can react according to that one. This is going to call as a notification center. This notification center can be used for any kind of behavior. Okay, for example, let's see one small example of notification center before going to the UI notifications in iOS. Now guys, open and go to the tab bar controller directly, because here easily we can migrate the screens. Click on the next. Notification center. Done. Right now here, two screens only present. So first view controller, second view controller. First create a third view controller. Okay. File, Cocoa Touch. Third view controller. Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everyone, three controllers. Go to the main storyboard. Just link third screen first. Go a view controller. And So just make the relation from tab bar to, and this is has to be go as what? View controller. So here is the item in here, right? You can change. Click on this tab bar item, whereas the item is okay, and I can change image. Where is that image? Let me set the image. I'm setting one image like this. Any image you can select, it's not like that. I'm giving a trash image here. When I go to the second, it gives a second, right? So in place of second, I'm giving a different image. I'm going towards first, that is here, and I'm changing x1 to something like this. Okay. Now this view controller has to be changed the name. Third view controller. Okay. Now if you run the app, okay, first, second, third, submit. Done.
So how we have connected third to tab controller?
Just from tab controller, just drag a line like this. Then you have the presenting style. Select the relationship as a view controller.
Okay, sir.
And if you want to change the icons, select that particular screen menu item and go to the images. You have so many images from Apple itself. You can choose those.
Okay, sir.
Done. Okay, now go to the main requirement now. Go to the third view controller, place a button. Okay, I'm placing a button like this. Okay, place a button and change the background, change the title, text, as well. It's all on. Okay, it's a simple button. Maintain the title as a title only. 2020 100 44. Any suitable auto layout constants, leave it. Then here the title says pass message. Done. Finish.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now go to the third view controller. Just make a one particular no IB outlet. For now, IB outlet is not required. Just I say IB action function action on button clicks. And here sender UI button. Done. Finish, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now go to the main storyboard. Just make this button action to this button trigger. Okay, touch up inside. touch up inside. Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now if you execute the application and check what's going to happen. So if you go to third view controller, now you can, you can give action, right? Right. Now listen my requirement. When I click here, these two view controller has to be update their title itself. So on action of third view controller button, the first view controller related titles has to be changed. Okay, now first and second view controller, whatever the data is there now, this particular data has to be changed. So 1 and 2, both screens has to be changed, right? So how it is possible means through broadcasting it is possible. So basically, if there is one-to-one relation exists between the view controllers, we can use the delegations to pass the messages. But when having a many-to-many, one-to-many relation, then you can make notification center patterns which can be broadcast the message, and same thing can be, same thing can be observed by some other locations. Okay, now go to second view controller and first view controller. Go to first view controller, create a IV outlet, vvar title label of UI label. Same thing you can create in the first one also. Second one. Second view controller. So first view controller and second view controller. Go to first view controller. Just make the relation of title label to the main text, first view, and select the second view controller and make the relation with the title label with the main title. Finish.
Yes, sir. Finished.
Okay. Now listen carefully. So right now we are trying to do some kind of passing mechanism from one screen to another screen, which doesn't have any relation, which doesn't have any relation. So on clicking of third screen, we are going to broadcast a message. We are going to broadcast a message. That message has to be triggered in first and second, not only first and second, anywhere. Okay. Now observe clearly. Go to the view payload and just make sure that notification center. So here, a notification dispatch mechanism that enables the broadcast of information to a register. So there are 3 steps we have to follow. Notification center, then go with add observer. So we are registering actually. So notification center dot default dot add observer. So notification center dot default add observer. Then the first argument is the observer. Who is the observer? Current class is the observer, and there is a method we have to pass that is going to call as a selector. Okay, we will write some method here. Now what I'm gonna write here @objc function on message pass. Whatever, maybe we can pass the data or something, right? So on message pass. Okay, and third argument is a notification name. This is the constant value actually. So this constant value we have to provide. Okay, so you can give any constant value or you can give any default value also. So as per the requirement, you can provide any kind of data here. So the name can be constant or the name can be any pre-implemented things also. So if you want to provide a notification constant, so notification dot name dot init with the raw string. Just you can say raw value or the raw string. I'm saying value, and I pass something called on button action. On button action. You can give any name, and the object right now I'm not passing any objects. No. Okay, so this is going to call as step number 1, add observer. Add observer. And the second one, you have to go with deinit method also. So why this deinit method is required means, so whenever you are going to, whenever you are going to remove these notifications or when this class is gone, so we have to deinitialize the notification also. So notification center dot default dot remove observer from self, and the name must be same as whatever you added here, and object is name. We have to remove any notification on deinit of class. The step 1 add observer, this is step 3 actually. Okay, I can say step 1, 2, 3. It's a 4th step actually. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So here I'm passing self dot title label dot text equals to yes message we got here. Okay.
Yes, sir.